I just fell in right there. I'm cold and I'm soaking wet. I've lost my pack. There's a den there that looks like a freaking bear den. It's covered in ice. Oh, oh yeah, they're soaked. The sun is down. I only just got my shelter set up. But I just got to get a close look. That is done. It's nice and thick. Brown cheese. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. I hung my bear bag last night. Scratching there. But something was scraping at that tree. Is that this one looks like it was done at least within the last 2 days. Good morning, day 3. It's about 9:30 in the morning. It's about time for me to be getting up. I have a breakfast already made because I didn't finish all that buffalo mac and cheese last night. I figured out a way to put it in my bear bag so that it would stay right side up while it was hanging, so it wouldn't spill everywhere. So my plan for this morning is to get up, get a raging fire going. Now that I know where, I have a lot of good wood left still, and I know where there's a lot more. Basically right above my head on that stupid ridgepole. So I'm going to get a raging fire going, and then once that dies down, I'll reheat my breakfast, make myself some coffee, which I haven't done yet the past... Oh, that's right, too, my water was frozen. So, yeah, time to get my butt moving. This fire is completely out. No surprise there. I don't have good enough wood. And it's too small of a fire pit to have embers left in the morning. If I could make a bigger fire pit, like if I had some stones or some way to contain it better, I'd usually make a much larger fire pit than I have. This wall worked, I don't know. The nights seem to have gotten colder, but I know that putting up a little tarp like that wouldn't make it colder, so it's just must be the temperature has gotten colder. I'm gonna just stop postponing the inevitable, getting out of my toasty warm bag. Honestly, I wish I brought some better winter gear. I really didn't think it was going to be this cold, but I just didn't think it would be an issue. You know, I figured what I brought would be enough warm clothes. Not really. It really wasn't. I only got 2 layers on my chest, 2 layers on my pants, on my legs. That's not enough. I would normally have 3 layers on my legs and 4 layers on my chest at least. I've been a little chilly this trip, even though it's nowhere near. Getting the fire going. So I thought I had this on the charger, but then I realized I bought this bag here to hold on my camera gear. It's a chest bag, and I can fit my med kit on top of it, and the straps don't interfere with my backpack straps, so I figured that'd be handier at least than the bag I had. But anyway, apparently I can't find the other camera, my small camera. Luckily I got this new cell phone that has good battery life. I haven't charged it yet since I've been here, even in this cold weather. But getting the fire going yesterday was pretty tough, so I'm trying to take my time. I potted up some really good inner wood from basically this piece here, just one I cut off. I grabbed some birch bark there, even though that's crap. I mean, like, it'll burn great once you get it to take a flame, but it's very thick, so it's going to take some effort. But I think I know where to get some fatwood, and I've done this quite a few times, so hopefully it'll work for me now. Let's see if we can't get us some fatwood. What I would like to do is just make some nice fatwood curls. See how these branches are angled down? I mean, they're not going to be any good for fatwood. Good for firewood, but I'm willing to bet there's no fatwood. Yeah. So like when they're angled down like that, the sap doesn't run into the board itself. Let me just make sure it's showing up on camera for you. So that's just regular pine, you know, dense but pine. Again, good firewood, but not what I'm looking for. But when you find something like this, it's angled upward and it's dead. The sap runs right here. So I'm betting you might find some right here. Nope. Yeah. No joy there. Still no fatwood. But I'll keep looking. I mean, I could take my axe and chop into that stump there, or maybe a smaller stump here. See if I can find some in there. Just real quick. Last time I tried this, it didn't take me long. Let's try a smaller one first. Seems like it might be easier. Too far gone. I don't have high hopes for this bigger one either. But we'll see. You never know. I've gotten fatwood out of some pretty old ones. Oh yeah. There's some down in there. It's just not easy to get at. It's really far down. It's not really the quantity I'm looking for. So you can see some of it running through there. But like here, I mean, you can smell it. But I can't get shavings off this. I need a longer piece. Well, I'll save that. That'll make some good coals anyway. I feel like a miner mining for ore. See, there's some there. It's damp though. I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go back to my first method of just trying to get it off of a tree. Just one of these limbs, you know, that's all I need. Just have to find the right one. That one's got some, that'll make some decent curls. And I know that wasn't going down, but for some reason the sap settled in that one. So I'll hang on to this one. That one's got a little bit in it. See that? The reddish on the outside. It's good that it's on the outside, because then I only have to shave the outside off to get at it and get some good curls. The only thing you got to remember is you're going to have to get a few of these, because it's only about, you know, this much of that branch that actually, you know, when you're talking about the full length of it, it's probably only a couple inches that actually has that fatwood in it. Yeah, I knew that one was going to have some in it, just because of how long it took to saw through. Sorry if that camera didn't focus. I'll give you another shot. Okay, so now I got some birch bark, I got great kindling, and now I have a little bit of fatwood that I can use. So if I had more battery, I would show you me doing all that. Man, I'm not used to recording with a cell phone. I just sat there and made that whole pile of shavings, and of course the camera didn't record. Of course, half the shavings missed. Yeah, I'll do close. Bit better. Alright, so what am I going to do with those shavings? Well, take some of this nasty old birch bark with ice in the bottom of it. Yeah, well, I couldn't find any thin birch bark here. The only birch bark I could find is like super thick like this. And I mean, to peel that all apart, it'd take forever. We basically lay this on something solid and just create shavings like this. Which actually, that's going a lot quicker than I expected it would. I've never tried this before, honestly. Maybe I'll try that. Add that to my pile of curls. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Before my phone dies, I'll figure I'll bring you over, give you a closer look at what I'm doing here. I don't have anywhere to catch them, the dust. It just kind of like falls off. I don't know, maybe I was just pushing down too hard. We seem to be getting some good dust now. Yeah. It's a pretty cool tactic, a trick. I think what I'm going to do is, when I'm at home one of these days, I'll find some birch bark and just fill a tin with that dust. That would be awesome to have. This reminds me, I definitely got to make some chart material here. Something to do today. Because I'm out of everything, all my timber material. What do you think? You think I got enough there to take a spark from a ferro rod? I'll give this like one try with a ferro rod. But I'm not going to kill myself over it. I want coffee. I need to hydrate very badly. I lit 2 coals on fire, but I can't get the you can't get the shavings and stuff to get lit. Let me try something. Really, if I had known I was going to make the birch dust, I would have put that where it could catch a spark, and then save the fatwood shavings for underneath that. Ah. Everything is too frozen, too wet. Let me try one last thing. This cord is very limiting. I can't draw back the rod as far as I'd like. And I find that very annoying. Oh, I think I see a spark right there. Isn't it? Isn't that a spark? Yeah, I think there's one right over here somewhere. You can see that. Yeah, I mean, in order to do this with a ferro rod in these conditions, you need dust. Even curls aren't going to take that spark. Even fatwood curls. Okay. I mean, these were ones I pulled right off the tree, so I know they were off the ground, but they're still damp. I can feel it. But I just need something to put my dry kindling on. And that will catch. Alright, well, with any luck, that kindling will catch. Fingers crossed. Because we're running out of fire underneath. Normally I would start with much smaller diameter twigs before I went to the kindling, but all the smaller diameter twigs here are just saturated. Because basically what happened here was it rained for 2 days straight and then it froze. So like that rain didn't get a chance to dry up, it just froze into everything. Alright, I think we're safe now. I think we're safe. Okay. So I'm gonna head down over to yonder. I'm not gonna use that sketchy spot I went to last time. I'm gonna go up. There's a nice sandy beach where I could have got water. I saw it on my way back. I tell you, it's only 1 o'clock, but it feels like 7. It's just kind of dim, you know. Not much light today, but I got busy with the firewood. I got my sitting pile there. I got it all more organized, large, medium, small. I just went back to where all the bear caves I didn't check out up there. I didn't bring a light with me, but I don't know, no bears jumped out at me. I guess that's a good thing. But I dragged this giant tree from all the way back there. I just snapped it here. But yep, that's still all the same tree. Whew. Although it drug quite nicely because it's not a pine. That's one of the things I hate about pine is first, before you can even drag it anywhere, you gotta take all the limbs off it, and it's not always in the best spot to do that. I just took down a pine tree, actually. Dead standing, but that was a little... I didn't film it just because I don't know. It was like that risky that I didn't want to exactly make a... what do they call them? A snuff film of myself. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna chillax for a little bit. Maybe cut up some of that first, but I think I'm just gonna relax for a little bit because I got time before the sun completely goes down. Oh yeah, look at this tree. Those woodpeckers did a number on that, huh? That'll be coming down soon. They did that at my grandfather's cabin once, and the hole was so big, my grandfather used to take his tall 16-ounce can and put it right in the woodpecker's hole, because it was always right next to where he sat anyway. But yeah, that tree, just from the couple holes that big Canadian red-headed woodpecker put in it, that tree was dead. It had to go. So I'm guessing this one probably will. Oh, you might notice I put my orange, piece of orange on, just because I saw a couple hunters. So better safe than sorry. Even though I am wearing blue, but it is a dark blue, you know. Just kind of letting that fire go slow. I need to go get more water, actually. That's what I need to do. All right, that's what I'm going to do now. All right, well, I figured I'd have been taking you guys with me to get water since I haven't had my little camera, but I can take you with me now. This time I'm going to go to the... Oh yeah, I did bring you once. I showed you that sketchy spot where I got water. Watch out for the eye poker. Excuse me. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. I didn't have the camera with me. So this is where I hung my bear bag last night. Now granted, it was pitch black. This could have been here. Scratching there. That definitely wasn't me. My bag, I mean, you could see where it was hung. The rope is still there. And this wasn't here. Or I can't say it wasn't here because I don't know. But something was scraping at that tree. And though the only thing that makes me feel better is that this one looks like it was done last night, or at least within the last 2 days, probably since I was here. Probably just coincidence. At least the scratchings, like I don't know if they're deer rubbings or maybe a raccoon or pine, porcupine was trying to get up there. Not sure, but the digging in the ground, yeah, that's I'm sure new, because I don't know why would it be digging it in the ground right there underneath my bag. Sorry for the horrendous camera angles. I'm carrying the whole tripod, trying to do the little Les Stroud thing. That ain't working for me. But then again, I got the legs out too. All right. So there's a trail in, and let me flip this camera around. This is that little almost beach type area I was telling you I found. And some of you might be thinking, wow, what a great place to set up. Heck no. Even just coming down here, and it's only probably 3 in the afternoon, I noticed significant temperature change. This is the cold part. This water is super cold. Did it. Didn't get wet. I was just shaking my head because, man, I really want to come get this tree. Really badly. I mean, you can see the smoke from my camp just there. Maybe you can't, but this tree is solid, solid oak. And I could cut it right there and take those 2 pieces relatively easily. And then I could come back down for bigger chunks if I needed them. But I could at least get those 2 overhanging ones. I think I'll do that. Yes, I do. Okay. Gonna get a little tight. Going through here. Oof. That's a good piece of wood I must have dropped there. Few of them. I'm going back for those. Look at them all. Ah, spilling my water. See them all though, laying there without the bark? Those all look like good firewood. But you never know until you get up there and get hands on them. I just want to get back without spilling any more water. Mission accomplished. So, what I've been doing, this is obviously the water from the creek. I've been just taking the Sawyer filter and just drinking straight out of that. Because any water you try to save in a container is going to freeze. So what I could keep a water bottle if it's, you know, that cold. I could just stuff it in my jacket or keep it near the fire. But this works too. It's a little slower that way. It's convenient, and I don't have to worry about it freezing. After every time I use the filter, I just take it off, stuff that in an inner pocket so it stays warm. And oh, for the water bottle, I gotta show you my neat trick for that. The tripod that you're sitting on right now, turns out it's a great water bottle holder. So check this out. I thought this was cool. See, just the bag. It's like a tubular bag, but when I fold it in half, because the straps are connected on each side. Perfect. And you can adjust it to your water bottle size. Like if this water was bigger, just pull it up a little more. Voila. That's some modern bushcraft for you. Our tripod bag as a water bottle holder. I think I should get this fire going a little more. Actually, let me just... Yep, that's pretty pathetic. But I don't think it's that late. Let's see what time it is. Man, it's only 3 p.m. I mean, geez. It's dark for 3 p.m. It's been like that all day, but what to do next? You know, since I'm only recording on my phone, I really should plug my phone's microphone in. Is that snow? No, I lied. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to plug in the microphone. Because if it's snowing, that's one more thing I'm going to have to... Yeah, it is snowing. So that's one more thing I'm going to have to kind of like shove in my shelter. I'm going to pack up before I have to shove it in my shelter. But I got room. My shelter's pretty spacious. And... yeah, I was thinking with that tarp, I think I could have done something different that might have worked much, much better. So I was thinking, what if I connected... See, like right now I have both the inside and outside grommets connected to this spot. Because that's doubled in half. But what if I only left this outer corner, or one of the corners connected, and then took the outer corner and ran it up here? Then I could even have, if I did that with all the sides, it would take more tarp to go up there. I don't know. I think that'd be cool if you kind of look at what I'm saying. Instead of just hanging there, it would actually be up and over, and the edge would actually lay more evenly on the ground. One thing I learned on my last winter trip, you can't always plan on the temperature just getting colder at night. I had one night out there where it was supposed to be a snowstorm, and I was expecting that. I planned for that, you know, as best I could. And all of a sudden, you know, so it started snowing, and I woke up with so much weight of snow on my tarp that I was like, I felt buried alive. So I knocked all the snow off, and then I went back to sleep. I woke up, and all of a sudden it's back and it's heavy. But what had happened was it snowed a little bit more, but then the temperature increased at about 3 a.m. So it got warmer out, the snow turned to rain, and then the rain squished that snow down on my tarp. I couldn't even knock it off. That was a terrible no, I'd have to say this was the worst first night that I've had. Falling in the creek, getting up here, not finding anywhere good to set up, taking way too long to set up. I mean, I tried all kinds of stuff with that, using a pole instead of a tree. And I've done it in the past, but man, it was not working for me. Well, we have snow. Definitely got us some snow. Hope it doesn't turn to rain tomorrow. It was only supposed to get warmer as the week went on. It's pretty dark for only being like probably 4:30, 5 o'clock. Like, check this out. I could cut up some more wood, but I think I might have enough here. So like, I have that there. That's a scrap pile for burning when I don't need good wood. That's a nice piece I'm gonna slide in here overnight. This one too. And then I got all that over there. But yeah, I got a lot more to cut up. This is all good oak. Or no, yeah, that's oak. That's oak. I cut that down from by the water. That's pretty much where I'm at. I haven't had dinner yet. I don't like using that selfie camera. For one, I'm inclined to stare at the screen, and for two, I don't think it takes as good of videos. I mean, it's only got one tiny camera lens on that side, but it's got three, you know, big ones on this side, so it's got to be a better camera, right? Anywho, I guess I moved all my stuff that I didn't want to get wet in there, because I don't know what's going to happen with the temperature. You know, the temperature might go up for all I know, and then everything gets rained on. My whole mess kit can get wet. That can hang in a tree and get wet. Doesn't matter. I think it's relaxed time. Fire's going good. Time to chill for a minute. Well, I think I'm just going to wait for that fire to die down a little bit. And just make myself some quick oatmeal. Which reminds me, I gotta grab that out of my pack while I'm laying here. The past 2 nights my feet have been kind of sticking out the end of the shelter because of the way I have to lay. I'm hoping I can solve that problem tonight, but I'm not hopeful. There's only so many ways you can lay on this lumpy ground, and it's kind of a slope, so my sleeping bed, or my whole sleep mat and everything, keep trying to slide that way and out. So if I didn't readjust every couple hours, I'd end up sleeping in the fire. But God, I can't believe I didn't bring that little camera. Unbelievable. I had a new mic I wanted to try for it and everything. I'm assuming you can see me good enough, because when I point this even at the ceiling, it reflects down off the floor and it just creates light in here. So it's kind of just, oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize I had you in the light. So it's kind of just light all the time if you got a light on in here. I'm kind of liking that. that floor. Has it kept me any warmer? I don't know. It can't be any worse than a poly tarp, right? I mean, it's basically, it's Mylar. It reflects more heat. I think that fire is almost ready. I just need it flat, so you know, a little bit flatter, so I can lay my little grate on there. And I got a pot of water I'm going to boil. And I'll probably just make some oatmeal. I'm going to call it a night. At least I got something in my stomach to keep me warm, the digestion. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Let me try to hit it with the spotlight. See those logs that are laying outside the fire? There's 3 of them. And my goal is to actually move that fire a little closer to my shelter tonight, if I can. I mean, not much. We're talking like 6 inches, but the closer it gets, the more heat I'll feel from it. So it's all about doing as much as you can with as little effort as possible. I'm hoping this lantern will provide enough light for you to see me, but I ate my oatmeal, didn't really hit the spot. So I'm gonna go for some corned beef hash. We got that kind of thawing out next to the fire just for a minute. And then I have a pot of water over there. Then what I'll do is I'll cook my hash in that pan. And then I'll go hang my bear bags, because that rag smells like food. Silverware in there probably smells like food. I'm not worried about my coffee cup. And then all I got is a small emergency cook set. I just put whatever water I could fit in there. It's gonna freeze by tomorrow, but I don't care. I can melt it. It's already been boiled, so if I get more thirsty than what's in there, I could just drink it right from that. But now I gotta wait for the fire to die down a little again, because it wasn't burning very good, so I just stoked it up like crazy. I'm gonna save that one and cut it into smaller pieces. I'm gonna split that up for tomorrow morning, cook my eggs over it. See, I will let that die down and make some hash. That sounds delicious. Proteins and fats. Corned beef hash is like the perfect survival food, in my opinion. It's great. The only thing it doesn't have is, you know, your vitamins from your veggies, but you could get that elsewhere, I guess. Hey, look at this. That fire must be heating up my shelter. The wind's been blowing this direction pretty much all night. But I went to brush some snow off and I noticed it was melting, and the only heat that would have made its way in here to melt that is from the fire, because I haven't been in here. Not recently. That's the sound of some real food cooking. Maybe a little too hot there. Now, by the way, that hash was delicious. That definitely hit the spot. So to clean this dish, because I need to boil water in it tomorrow, hash is greasy. You can see it's kind of greasy in there. All I need though is a bandana and my fire. So I just want to melt that grease a little. And then give it a good wipe. Look at that, look how much better already. Do it one more time. You can be pretty sure you got most of that grease in there. I mean, when you go to boil water in it in the next day, you'll see, you know, a little bit of that oily type color floating on the surface, but it's not much. It's clean enough for me to boil water in tomorrow. Just getting ready to put everything in my bear bag. I mean, besides the coffee cup, that's the only things I can think of that smell like food, so. Here we go to the hanging bag, or the hanging spot. Ugh, ground's gotten slippery. It's not easy to find in the dark. But I managed to find it yesterday, but then again I wasn't looking for a specific spot. You know, it was just after this clearing. And the rope is still there. Yep, there it is. I'll leave you. Well, it might be too far for your light to reach, huh? So I just have a bowline knot on the end of this. Nice and tighten right down in itself. As you can see. When I do this, I never tie it around the tree. I just go around a few times. And I don't even pull the whole end through. I just kind of tighten it down like that. If you wanted, you could put a toggle in there, but you see my bag up there? There it is. Should be high enough. I figure if something wants to come, they're not going to come over here next to the fire if they don't smell anything. Now it's time to stoke that fire up a little bit. Get it ready for night mode. Okay, we'll let that take off, relax for a little bit, and then bed. I'm basically just waiting until all that water I drank wants to come out, and then once I go to the bathroom, I'll go to bed. But I hate getting up out of my bag to pee. Well, I am bedding down for the night. It's been a productive day, I guess. Got to make myself 2 meals, drank lots of water. I got lots of firewood. As you can see, I got that baby stoked up. That should burn for a few hours while I'm falling asleep. All right, everyone. Have a good night.